Can I be for also I go manya I can go nearby. And I can need Anambra, the civil servant, that's Anambra bueno. Anambra mono. Anambra zono. Anambra Cachano. The protocol list, the long. The SSG, the head of service, former head of service, the commissioners, Igwe Apugo, from my sisters, Asatu president. Ndị ọlụ oyibo ibe m ekene m ọnụ. Anyị ncha bụ ndị ọlụ oyibo ọkwa ya. Kama na afọ ọzọ m ebe ndị nkuzi nọ. My own unit. Kedu ebe ndị nkuzi nọ? Ndị nkuzi ka bụ dị organize, Aluta continua. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall. Kona union makes you strong. But in our school now, we shall always fight for our rights. But now union makes you strong. Ono na nife na-ekwu achọrọ m ikwu ụzọ okwu one ma one. Tata bụ Tuesday 20th. Echi ka a na-asị sụsụbakwa Igbo ọbịa. Mana Igbo na Constitution Nigeria, 4 languages they recognized to be official languages: English, Igbo, Hausa, na Yoruba. So Igbo, so borrow official language of Nigeria. So na functions. Aswaya no Igbo, aswaya na gene Igbo. Oboli Igbo kweri megene iswaya. Content is valid. Kuna even nebu. Maka waswaka solmi wende ba subansi ba cho interpreter. Ana interpreter of even nebu. Ai bonde Anambra. If is in chole ikube ikene una ekene. Anak me ekene una ekene maka ife ga-eji kene una erika mana ebua. Nke mbụ bụ ikene ụnụ. Oge ikpeazụ m bịara ebe a. Oge anyị na the last year's own, okay? Anyị bịara ebe a ma welukwa ohere a wee yọọ na ayịyọ maka nta vote. Tata onye kwụ n'iru ụnụ, onye bịara mgbe a na-ayọ ayịyọ vote. Tata onye kwụ ebe a bụ onye ụnụ wee n'ọrụ as the governor. Okay? You are the employers. I am your employee. That's your chief servant. Okay? That can say no when no. But I have one case. Nke bua Bike no nefo na alụla Anambra maka ewepụ ụnụ enwere ife dịka public service. Anyị nwa bụ mụ the public chief public servant, okay? Mana enwere ọrụ public servants ndị ọzọ na-eme ka ma anyị na-ekwu na solution esi ya ọkwa na ụnụ nwa na-eme ka solution a chawapụta ife. Maka ife ọbụla a na-eme, ife ọbụla gọọmenti na-edeliver. The ministries are all here, all the ministries. We now have 21 commissioners with several ministries. All these ministries and agencies, they make Anambra government believe for. And now they say no that all man name you believe for. And I want to commend all of you, all the ministries, all the staff of Anambra State Public Service. I want also to congratulate the 33 or so that were specially recognized. They are distinguished. Mana omin ronandi ozo esoro welo. Okuna got even nebu. Asim ito noise one congratulations na email of ma. Congratulations na email of ma for the year. Say congratulations na ya maka. Anya wana Anambra naga. Una maka. So congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to the 33 that have been selected. I was telling the head of service, I want to also use the opportunity, I did that yesterday, to commend all the commissioners, all the 21 commissioners, all the managing directors of all the agencies and so on and so forth, all the heads of the parastatals and so on. I want to commend all of you. I was telling the commissioner for lands, congratulations. Congratulations and your colleagues. And when I say that, let me tell you that. I say, well, congratulations to you. But I told the head of service, you know, I'm an Anambra politician. I say it the way it is. I told the head of service that it is not within her remit to begin to decide which one did well or not. No, it's not within your remit to do that. You can have that for people who are under you, which is the people that we recognize, colleagues, and you cannot be setting exams for your colleagues. Thank you very much. And I needed to clarify that. Okay. So I told her that bit in Kojave, they wrong. You don't do a thing like that. That's very wrong. You know? Otherwise you start creating dysfunctionality within government. Each ministry and now head of service. Each award. That's wrong. I told her right away that that's wrong and that it doesn't happen. Okay, so, but that's aside. Each ministry delivered something this year. I did all on the 17th of March, and I did also. Our mission, but to create a livable and prosperous homeland. A livable and prosperous homeland. That is the mission. And now we get delivered. We've delivered the messages through the head of service to you severally. Yes, the public service there. Over this time of the year. But we insisted now on what okay about 2023. Are they me in areas? Are they Pokiono? I get Manatanga this year. at least somebody falls on come for you rule anya. Where's your no? Thank you very much for the year. And since I settle on it, now pound, all of us, together with all of you, we've been pounding on the 5 fingers of the Soludo solution agenda. 5 fingers of it. Nkembo Bogene, security, law, and order. Nke Bwani mere economic transformation. Nke top of the social agenda, reforming and the social agenda. Nke noni mere reforming the way government works. Nke disable the environment. Kaimwe a sustainable, planned, clean and green environment. Towns, cities and markets. Nke izizi oga ibata. Unu maletu Anambra de. 8 local governments were totally taken over by the criminals. None mafia. Senafabo unknown government. They are not unknown government, they are known government. On the Murova, Kasina villages Apota. Man, I said that we must take back Anambra from the criminals. And I think so far, Famani Ifeneme. Most of the bushes and the forests, I know for Seba. And last week or so, one madman, not a Finland, so they had to declare a 5-day sit at home in the southeast. Also, Anambra came for a sit at home. There's your Kugase. Also, Anambra came for a sit at home. And I will continue to go. And on the day holiday, not I will stop that sit at home. We can't continue that way. You lose one day in a week, productivity is down, and so on and so forth. I know that several people have become used to working for 4 days and happy about it. But if we queen your house, someone na kweveli we say atofia na de kweli for them. But no. We'll get back to work, full scale, working 5 days in a week. The criminals, we must take back Anambra. We cannot build Anambra to be that very prosperous homeland when we work for 4 days. And when our children go to school for only 4 days, I compete to the rest of the country. And I go out for 5 days. And I go for 4. Then we have a public service that works for 4 days. You cannot deliver the same thing as those who offer for 5 days. We must take back our state. We must take back the public service and the workers and the markets and so on and so forth to get on full charge. Otherwise, we are losing 20% of the 5. If you are supposed to work for 5 and you work for 4, it's 20% lost. 20% of the work lost to each week. You can calculate what it means for the rest of the year. We will take Anambra back because security, law, and order must come back fully in Anambra. The criminals must give way. They are nothing but kidnappers. Oh, kidnappers, kidnapping for ransom. Agitation. What agitation? Anything. 100% in the Nigeria, Ndi Igbo. Ndi Igbo na-eme Ndi Igbo. Ọba je buru mmadụ. Ọnalụ millions. Ọ na-anya ọkada si eje ba ime ofe obula ego pụta kidnapping. O kidnap wa nweta 1 million. Isi eje ọkwa na anyawa ọkada. Mba. It wants to continue. But that must end. On the economic transformation, what we have done in agriculture, launching the regenerative agriculture, trying to get back a major industrial parks to work, and so on. I mean, I don't need to bore you with all of those, but the very prominent ones is the issue of power. Power were signing a memorandum of understanding with EEDC to improve the power supply and also working with some private suppliers of power, that over time our target, more 24 to 36 months, we want to be able to ensure 24-hour provision of power in Anambra, at least in the 3 major cities. That is the agenda that we are working towards. Of course, you can see that the street lights are coming back. It was not possible to continue powering the street lights with diesel. A design with diesel when cost of diesel per liter was 100 and something naira. And now that diesel began to cost 800 and something, it became impossible to continue. So we had to pencil down. Now we are gradually replacing them with solar that will be cost efficient, environment friendly, and so on and so forth. We are replacing them. We've done the first 5,000, we're getting on to do the next 5,000, and we'll continue to do that way. That is a more sustainable strategy, and we are coming. Of course, roads. It won the Anambra Ifefacho, number 1 for saying roads. It offer number 2 for saying roads. It offer number 3 for saying roads. We declared a state of emergency, Anambra with road crisis. Election. And we will declare state of emergency, and in all the local governments of the state, we're having 1 road or more road projects going on as we speak. We have awarded more than 250 kilometers of roads. We have awarded more than 250 kilometers. Depending on one way or the other, cross. Even from here now, once I leave here, I'm going on road inspection. I'm going on inspection. Because within the next 24 months, we must be able to deliver well over 200 kilometers, and that will be unprecedented in the country, as it were. We have only been in office for 9 months. Okonoma, we have just been here for 9 months. In those 9 months. Now, I don't need to bore you a whole lot of other things that we're doing in the area of commerce, in the area of transport, and so on and so forth. But now, get down to our social agenda. We said we are ending the era of hospitals without doctors, consultants, nurses, pharmacists, and so on. General hospitals with no doctors and no nurses. And we have now, as you've heard, we have recruiting about 240 something of them consultants and all the medical staff to our general hospitals. And 2-3 weeks ago, we handed over appointment letters to end the era of schools without teachers. We handed over appointment letters to 5,000 teachers within the first 9 months of our regime. Employment at the beginning. And let me tell you this, what is unique about that recruitment is unprecedented in Nigeria for the following reasons. One is that it is 100% merit-based. It is openly transparent. And let me tell you, we're looking for the best no matter where you come from. Whether you are from Kogi or from Bangladesh or whatever. The interest of the child is to be taught by the best teacher available. Send them to school or send village. Everybody wants the best teacher for his or her child. And that's what we have set out to do. All nkuzi abụrụ ọlụ ejiwele eme kpafanyelu onye ebe a. Ọkụnanya ejiri ọlụ nkuzi eme ife a. Ọ dịka priesthood, it's a vocation. Ọbụrụ ọlụ is a vocation, it's a calling, and you must only recruit the best. Ọ dịka medicine. Ejiri ime medicine, mother doctor, say I manage a doctor. Or will I run mother experiment? No. So that is unique in that Obro Ife state of origin and Obro Nketinyela Mumado, no merit based. And 5,000 of them are in the in Anambra teaching service, and we also assured them they will receive, and I want to believe Accountant General, I hope they receive their salary together with others. Where is the agent? Where is it? I hope so. They did. Okay. If they haven't, you go back, I mean, whatever you said they have, but make sure today, tomorrow, if whoever hasn't received theirs must receive their salary today. Must receive their salaries today. All the teachers recruited must receive their salaries today. Onuma nambo onye nkuzi. Okunuma. Onye olu oyibo kaim. Asi ka onye olu oyibo chikene. Abazie na ndị olu oyibo ka ndị olu oyibo chikene onye nkuzi anachi. So na ndị olu ndị nkuzi a enye not just that they are going to help us to train our children, which happen to be the future of Anambra, but we need also to celebrate all of you who are in the public service, but even more so, our teachers. Makana, everybody was taught by a teacher. Everybody was taught by a teacher. And if you want to gauge the progress, the future of any society, you look at the quality of teachers and the quality of teaching that is going on there. So we must always celebrate them. So Anambra has 5,000 more teachers to teach our children. That's how we continue to push. Our 5,000 youths are undergoing various trainings. 1 youth, 2 skills going on around the state. And by early next year, March, April, we'll be dishing out a few billions to them to empower them to begin to create jobs by themselves, so to speak. We have some safe and keep us to maintain law and order. Of course, the head of service has outlined the various things going on in the area of civil service and public sector reforms to enhance efficiency and productivity. That will continue to go, especially in the area of prudent management of our resources. Are you aware? Okay. Now listening. You need to hear this. When we came last year, this same point was made. When we came last year, the same points were made. That from February this year to date, NMPC has not remitted a dime to the Federation account. And the state of finances was such that we are not able to do everything at the same time. But we have to prioritize. We have to prioritize to the things that in the Anambra need the best. We must. Anambra is not collecting anything. Anambra is collecting less than 1% of its income as taxes. Lagos is collecting about 60-something billion a month. Anambra is doing only 1 point something a month. We don't have this. And so when you compare, you have to compare apple to apple and compare orange with orange. You cannot, next year Lagos is expecting to collect 1.1 trillion, almost 100 billion every month from IGR. Anambra is still aiming to see if we can do 2 billion or 3 billion. When they are aiming to do, Lagos is doing 100 billion. If you compare, what we have is what we will spend. But one thing we assure in the Anambra, every kobo batalanyaka, that we will use it, judiciously. Every penny. And so far we are doing that. So far we are doing that. What is the entitlements of governor, fleet of this one and that? I think we slashed that for by more than 60–70%. In terms of the cost of running either the governors or whatever, they will slash that off by more than 70%. Many of the entitlements, we'll cut all of them off. We have a slogan, cut all cuttables and boycott all boycottables. Whatever is not relevant, we cut off. For example, and when contracts you will clean these your secretariats and offices and so on and so forth. And when several companies who contract you clean over. They go and clean your offices and buildings and so on. Before we came, 137 million a month. Which one are costing by? That's what it was costing. But when we came in, we reviewed all of those, cancelled all of them, reviewed all of them, and now those same thing that used to cost 137 million now cost 11 million. We are saving 126 million a month from cleaning of offices. Okay? So, that is the way we are managing the resources. And that's why we are able to pay the bills. Because some of the things that the head of service pointed, ML approve, I get put to back the bosses in order. ML approve, I get menka. ML approve, I get menka. Yes, we are doing this, we have done this, we have done this, and so on and so forth. That's where we are able to do that. And I will come to say a few things about it now. Because when we came, pensioners had not received their gratuity since 2018. Are you aware of that? Pensioners who retired from 2018 until we came did not receive their gratuity. But we thought that that was not the way to go. Yes, a more resources, but to watch these retirees, almost all 30 years, some 35 years, or whatever, on our retirement with the gratuity, we thought that that was painful. Come after as Megan, and we decided that under my watch, since I came, everybody that retired from Anambra Civil Service has been paid their gratuity. Since I came. And insofar as I am here, if you retire tomorrow, we will pay you your gratuity as at the time you retire. It's not only that we are paying them, we have paid everybody that they retired under my watch, but we have also gone back to 2018. Every month, we go back to start paying in their retire since 2018. I know why hope. So, the pensioners and for those of you in service, be rest assured that the solution, as far as your gratuity is concerned, the solution is that's secure. That's secure. That one, and what if I'm bought about it? Come I am our pensioners, their gratuity and whatever. Come I come man and the line one. More. By Judah Mua. A passage in the one. Echamona gas come on, ways on the pensions in the diamond. No. Let me tell you this. Yes, there are about 16 states that were difficulty paying salaries. Some are owing workers 6 months, some are owing 12, some are owing more than a year, salaries and so on and so forth. But Anambra, we have insisted and we will continue to insist that on the 25th of every month, our workers must receive their salaries, must receive their alert. That one given, that is given. We're not taking it for granted because it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work to do that. I have been told by some of my colleague governors, even from some of the states that are supposed to be high flying, that some have cut operating costs, overheads, 50%. One told me they cut 50%. Some don't even provide that as well. Some are paying salaries in arrears. And paying salaries in arrears means you have cut salaries. Because upon a matter law 3 months, acquire 2 months, it means you have effectively done what? Cut the salary. That's what many states are doing. But we're not doing that, and we won't do that by the grace of God. We will continue to pay workers as at when due. That is a commitment, and that's a commitment we must look at. And I know what it is. I neto onwana wages your papa if I say onwagu. But onwagu say an eji ugo. So we will never do that. Now, while we are doing that, there are 2 things that have come up. Number one, with the regular, I understand every year, and over the past few years, and about Christmas, I got a 25 kg bag of rice. Yes, so Gente, listen to me. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. And I will tell you 2, 3 reasons why it will not. Gente. Yes, we've listened to that. I know in the previous years, when you could with Bidolia, probably 25 kg was costing 7,000 or thereabout. To get that, we went up to 9,000, and went up to 10,000, 12,000 to get that. Now, let me tell you this. It's important to say this. Because I'm coming to say a few things that are very, very profound. The state of Nigeria, Etuade, that's and I want you to go home with it. Everybody is complaining. Everybody. Everybody is complaining. But what was it? Prices are rising very fast. Very, very fast. I look at you and I wonder how we cope. Yes. Hear me right. But I do wonder how you cope. Because today, a bag of 50 kg bag of rice will cost 40-something thousand. That's beyond the salary of a graduate. Yes. That's beyond the salary of a graduate in the public service. So that's something is not right. something is not right. And it is something everybody is complaining. You just buy diesel. Diesel labor 100 and something last year. Is how much now? 850, almost 900 in some places. How many times increase? And yet, the income is not the revenue of government is not increasing. Your revenue is not increasing, and you cannot go and print money. But at the same time, what it will cost you to power this secretariat, what used to take you to power the secretariat in an hour, is now 3, 4 times what it was costing before. And yet your revenue is not going up. You pay your salaries, what you can buy with it continues to go down. So I understand it. I feel it. I wish the revenue will go up 5, 6, 10, 20 times over. So that we can also multiply this in proportion to inflation Nigeria did. That's what will be with me. But one thing I will tell you now, given my own background, as somebody who is coming also from that side, as a worker, what we are not able to do for the working class, I said it to the teachers, what we are not able to do, Imana or day, literally impossible. What we are not able to do, one or the impossible, because there's no way we will not do it. And I will then address one or two things now. First is the issue of this Christmas rice. Part of the reason, we have 2-3 reasons why we're not going to do that. Number one is that we'll review the ETOC operate in the past. We reviewed it. Mandi Zunu, Mandi Zuro, Mandi Mweteno, Mandi Mwetero, Maitwesi Wega, Maitwesi distribute, Mandi Zulu 25, Mandi Zuro, and so on and so forth. Second is the cost of it now, of that 25. What used to cost 10, 9, or 12,000 max is now way beyond. But third reason, but that we've come to also a conclusion. I've listened to some pensioners who also tell me, they're putting it right, they're diabetic, they're right. Why not in here something to take up? And I can tell, just listen to me.